So while I'm just rolling through here, I'll tell y'all a little bit about one of the things going on with the channel. I'm still looking to improve the audio control. And so this is what I'm going to try to work out. I'm not sure if it will or not. I'm still doing a little bit of research on it, but I figure I'll give you guys a little bit of a head start before I just do a review on these parts. But what I use for my to shoot my video is a GoPro Hero 8 Black, and it's a pretty good camera, but the audio is not the best on it. And so we've been looking at what we can do about that. You know, we put the windsock on, the wind slayer. And that works pretty well. Matter of fact, it's on here right now. But I always like to see things get better and better and better and better. I'm never really satisfied with the status quo. There's a tractor up there backfired. I thought somebody took a shot. But and so what I've looked at was maybe the media mod from GoPro, and everything that I'm researching on that, I don't think I'm going to get it. What are the problems with the media? Well, what's the good things about the media mod? It has a microphone in the front and one in the back. I always have the microphone, I need to be picking it up from the back side of the camera because I'm shooting forward and I'm behind the camera talking. I don't like the camera attached to my chest because anytime you move on the bike, and a lot of times I'll just turn the power off and don't sit down and cruise, I'll stand up, and that changes the angle and everything. And so I like it attached to the handlebar. That's kind of my favorite place to have it. It's out of my way, I don't have to worry about it, and so that's where I just like to have it. And so that's a big plus, that you can put the microphone pointing to the back. Good morning. And they claim that it's okay to, you can actually charge your battery or power the GoPro and use the external mic or the microphone at the same time. Now, I've heard some conflicting reports about that, and I'm not completely sure what it is. Most of the reports that conflict were older, and so I think that's been corrected with updated software, but I'm not sure about it. So what's the downside of it, the media mod? Because it's comparable in price to what I am planning on doing. Again, I'm going to tell you right out front, I'm not intending on getting the media mod. The downside is, number one, to change the batteries, if I am using the batteries, is a complete pain in the butt. You have to take the whole thing out of the media mod just to change the battery. And of course, GoPro goes through a lot of batteries. And so that's a little bit of an issue right there. The conflicting reports about whether or not you can use external power and the mic at the same time. I've heard some places, some reviews said that the mic will just cut out intermittently when you're doing that. I don't know if that's true or not. I'd really like to get a reliable source that tells me if it is. But I don't know for right now. But the one that, to me, made it a deal breaker is that it's really difficult to attach it to your traditional mounts. And to me, that's a complete deal breaker, because if I cannot use external power, well, then I've got to take that thing out every time I change the battery, every time I pull the SIM card. You know, with it being a difficult thing to do, you can't really get it tight enough, and if you do, you make it a little bit crooked. Well, like I said, that says to me deal breaker all day long. So we're not going to go that route. What I am going to use, or what I'm intending to use right now, this is what my research is lending itself to, is I am going to get a case for the GoPro 8 from either Ulanzi, and they're a little bit more difficult to find, or Artman. And they're about a $15, $20 case. They, with that case, you can actually just change the battery. You just open up the side of the case and change the battery. You wouldn't even have to take it off the mount in order to do that. Of course, at that point, I'm going to have to get a mic adapter, and that's going to be about 50 bucks, a GoPro mic adapter. And then I can plug in an external mic, and an external mic will cost me anywhere from $20 to $200, depending on how fancy you want to get. We're playing at about 30, 40 bucks. Should have a good enough shotgun mic that we can do what we want to do. So that's what the intention is. Now, what I'm hoping is going to happen, that GoPro mic adapter has a C port on it. And I've seen some places say that you can actually run the GoPro and the external mic at the same time. Now, this is an e-bike that I'm riding. It has battery power. I've got about 6 inches away from my GoPro a USB port. So we can just go ahead and plug in and run the GoPro straight from the battery, or well, from the battery on the e-bike. And heck, I could shoot all day long. I think that would help. There's something on the trail here. I'm not sure if that's something living or just some leaves. Nah, it's just some leaves. Where was I at there? Yeah, charging it straight from, or running the GoPro right from the bike battery. I can do that as well, and that's going to be a big plus if that works out. If it doesn't, it's not a problem to change the batteries. The wind slayer that I'm using, the biggest issue with it is that I think it's holding the heat. And when you're running something off of batteries, these GoPros can overheat on you and shut down. And so that would avoid that, I'm thinking, if I had the battery external. I think that would be a much better situation right there. And if it turns out that it's not, well, I think that windsock or wind slayer, I believe that holds a lot of the heat that is generated in and lets it overheat a little quicker. And so I won't have the sock over top of it, and I'll be able to very easily change the batteries with that. So we're kind of excited to continue researching that, figure that out.
So what do you think, Internet? Can a regular Joe go ahead and start making these films, but more importantly, keep improving them, even though there's no background in video and photography or anything along those lines? Well, I think so, but you know, you guys be the judge. That'd be more important. And the best way to do that is to hit that subscribe button. And hey, go ahead and hit that like and comment down below and let me know what you guys are thinking. And we're just going to keep trying to improve, trying to improve, trying to improve. You know, that's going to wrap it up for this one, but until the next one, Hey, stay safe, God bless, and keep them wheels rolling. One more time, we're out.